What is up, you guys? Welcome to the Rehinged Diaries podcast with your host, Ali Karza. It's been a long time since I've seen you guys. I think the last time you saw me, I had red hair. This is probably the first time you're seeing me with black hair. That's how long it's been. And if you're wondering why the audio probably sounds like I am filming or talking to a potato, it's because I'm using my camera. I don't have my mic set up. I wanted this to be as authentic as possible because we're gonna talk about a lot. I wanted today's podcast episode to be titled, "You're gonna have to sacrifice your old life for your new one." I don't know how I'm gonna word it, but it's gonna be amongst those lines. It's because I feel like I robbed myself from my summer and just the past month because of me dreading the fact that I feel like I'm gonna have such a brand new life and everything is going to change, and I feel like I've been robbing myself of joy because of that. This summer, I don't even think I was posting at all for my podcast. Definitely for TikTok I was posting and I was doing really well on that, and I think when it reached August, September, that's when it really just started. My depression just took a full-blown hit. It's been very, very bad. I get off of work at 7:30 in the morning, and there would be times where I would literally would wake up at 8 p.m. There'll be times where my sister would walk into my room and stand over my body just to make sure I'm alive. That's how bad it got, you guys. There's just so much to go to it, that goes along why my depression got so bad, but it's I really feel it got to the point of it being that bad because of the fact that I was just my life is gonna change, I'm gonna lose all the people that I have currently in my life. And I don't know if I manifested that or if that's just genuinely what it's going to take for me to reach the new level of where I'm trying to go in my life. My relationship with my family took a toll, with my best friend, everything, it's been flipping upside down. And I'm I don't know if I've been manifesting it because it was one of my greatest fears, or if that's just something I just knew that needed to happen. I don't know. Manifestation people, comment down below. Did I manifest this or was this very necessary? You be the judge by the end of this video. So I'm gonna tell you what's been going on. So I guess to begin is my relationship with my mother. Y'all know it's been turbulent. I had a turbulent relationship with my mother where it's I'll never forget this one TikTok that I made that went very viral, or I talked about the abuse and the mistreatment that I experienced with my mother, and I would get so many DMs. I remember a couple months ago I got a DM from someone. That video is so old, and people are just telling me their situations, and it's just so sad that people resonate with that. I'm thankful that people don't feel alone when they watch that video, but it's just sad knowing that people that's their lives as well. But I remember my relationship got so good with my mom that I used to feel guilty about all the bad things I would say about her. There was literally a point where I tried to act like it didn't happen. I would be okay, my mom might have been very awful growing up, but she's good now. She's good now. I was really living in La La Land. Oh, everything is just so good. She's the mother that I always wanted. I came out to her. We just got really, really close. I was seeing her every week. I would literally go to her house and get her flowers, doing the whole nine. Keep all of that in the back of your mind, how much effort I was putting into our relationship. I really, it was just something I've always wanted. I was that would be my world, the world's greatest gift to me, is if I could have a relationship with her. And I never thought that would happen because I couldn't bear to even talk to my mom growing up. So for her to see this full change within her, and for us to have been even able to talk to each other, let alone have heart-to-heart conversations, cry, and I could hug her and really tell her I love her and I mean it. That was something that I would never not value. I'm really thankful that I got to experience that, but it really low-key was a facade. Well, I don't even know if I want to say it was a facade or if it's okay, it's something beautiful that I experienced, but it's just the song We Can't Be Friends by Ariana Grande. It's just the song that's really resonates with the situation I am experiencing with my mother, where it's I love her so much, but we just cannot be friends. In my head I would like to pretend in a magical world that it could happen and it could be okay and then we could be cool and she can give me that gift that I've always wanted as a child, is love from a mother, because my dad, he ain't shit. That I let that go a long time ago, where I'm you're not gonna give me, you weren't even there emotionally, you're physically at one point, nor emotionally, nor you are now. And I just had to accept from a very young age, he's just not capable of giving me that. He's not even capable of giving that to anybody. I don't even think he's even capable of giving that to himself. So that's something I just let go of. I'm okay, you're not equipped for that. And I had to accept that. I had to grieve that. And I just started noticing my relationship with my mother. It's just so funny because I used to blame my dating patterns on my dad, because there was a time where he abandoned me, and like I deal with like abandonment issues because of that. And I would deal with men that like play hot and cold because it would remind me of my dad. And I used to always blame my dating patterns on my dad, until it got to the point where I was like, I think I'm getting it from my mom. Because like as we started getting really closer and I would see her, it's like there'll be times where she would do something shady or messed up, and it would make me feel some type of way. And it was so crazy because my mom would always vent to me like, oh, like, why doesn't your like other siblings like mess with me? Like, you're the, like, I wish people were like you, who just like let it go. Which that used to always rub me the wrong way. But a part of me was like literally living in La La Land, where it's like, okay, it's 2025, like it's a whole new, like, people deserve to have a clean slate and change. Because I really am so grateful when people give me a clean slate to change. Because don't get me wrong, I'd have my moments where I was bad, and I am grateful for anyone that allows me to have redemption and like be able to redeem myself. But when it comes to my mom, that's a whole different story. I was never that messed up to that capacity. And then when it came to my mom, it's like she would always question why people would not like forgive her, but it's like, you were a bad person for a long time. And then as I started progressing with my relationship with her, I really started realizing, like, I started like developing my dating patterns because of her, because she would do or say messed up things that would really hurt me. But then it's like she would sit there and be like, I made you dinner, or I got you this, I got you that. Like, she knows I love Hello Kitty, she'll give me this, she'll give me that. And like I would go into this trance of like kicking my feet, like, oh, okay, like everything is fine, like go back into La La Land. I started realizing, I'm like, I used to fall in love with love bombers. Like when someone would just give to me everything, because people know my standards are like up here and I love being spoiled. But I would realize like I would attract those type of people where they would do that, and then they would think, okay, I got her this, like I want whatever I want from her. Like this is basically like they would give me things with a huge expectation behind it. And with my mom, I started realizing like she would do this, and I'm like, obviously now I don't accept that type of behavior from a man, because I see right through it. I'm like, okay, you gifted me this, I'll accept it. But I'm not, it's my choice whether I want to give you anything in return or not. And if I choose not to and you get upset, that's very telling that you had an expectation behind what you gave me or whatever you're trying to do, and that's manipulation, babes. And I'm not attracted to that. But then when it came to my mom, and I started realizing how I would continue to like accept this, like there was a point in time where my sister was like, you are going to be so disappointed by mom, because my sister knows so much more about my mom than I know. And there's so much in my childhood that I'm still learning to this day, where I'm like, I don't remember that. Like, that's crazy how much you can block out from childhood. And she always told me this since day one. She was like, you're going to be so disappointed by mom. Like, she's going to disappoint you and break your heart. And I'm like, no way, mom has changed. You haven't given her a chance, blah, 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 blah. Because don't get me wrong, when my mom, like, she'll show up in ways, but then, like, there'll be times where it's just love bombing. Like, call it for what it is literally love bombing. And it's sad because, like, knowing, like, I really do be trying to study psychology, because I'm the type of person where it's like, if someone does something to me, I really want to understand why. And because I don't ever want to be manipulated or treated a specific kind of way. Hence why I'm really obsessed with trying to like study why people act the way that they do, or even me, why I act the way that I do. I really value like self-improvement, not just for myself, but understanding why people do what they do. I've been really into this book, Outsmarting Reality by Neuro Knowledge. I don't know if anyone like watches, he's a YouTuber, Neuro Knowledge. So check out his YouTube videos, are so good. And when he mentioned like he came out with the book, at first I was like I was just very like, I don't know if I'm gonna purchase the book, but I love all his videos, so I got the book and it changed my life. We'll talk about it later in the video, but yeah. More of the story, I've been on this like journey really trying to understand why people act the way they act, and I understand why my mom does what she does, because it's kind of like my dad, where it's like with my mom, I understand that like she's not capable of giving love, because her form of love is like love bombing, because it's all that she knows. But then it would like how do I put it? Like, the resentment for me would start to build in, where I'm like, I don't even see you give that form of love to other people. It's just with your children. Do you know how messed up that is? Like, why are we deserving of crumbs so badly, but when it comes to other people in your life, they get beyond crumbs. They get the whole entree, they get the whole 9 yards, but we get crumbs every time. And it's crazy that I would get crumbs every time, and then I would be upset and start to like distance myself from her, and there she go, I made you dinner. Oh, hey, can you come over? I miss you. I haven't seen you in a while. I love you so much. I miss you. And there I go. I'm like wrapped in again. It's like literally what I do in relationships. And I was dealing with that with my mom. I was like, what? Like with a man or like in dating now, if someone was acting like that, I would literally just like dismiss them and treat like, I cannot be manipulated when it comes to relationships, but with my mom, it was so crazy. I was just sitting there, like I would literally be kicking my feet and so smitten. I'm like, oh my God, she like, cause it's like there's this part of me that wanted a relationship so bad with her. And like I would literally like disregard all the crumbs that she was giving me and the disrespect of the fact that like other people that aren't even your children are getting like entrees, 9 yards, getting your emotional attention, and I'm literally getting crumbs. And I'm like, I just kept it going until her health took a decline, where she was constantly in the hospital, like literally life-threatening. And I remember I literally like, you know, early out from my job and like literally sped to her because EMS was pulling up that type of life-threatening. Literally wasted so much of my PTO hours to like make sure she's okay in the hospital, just for her not to even like take her health seriously, never see specialists after she got discharged. And then she keeps going back to the hospital. She does not care. Like I really feel like she just views hospital visits like it's a vacation, and like drowning with attention from other people feeling bad for you. Instead of like, wow, like your daughter literally wasted so much PTO hours, like your family's sitting there like going above and beyond, telling you to go to the specialist, like trying to help you, and you don't care. It's sad that that was my breaking point, where I was like, this is enough. And she will feel me be distant, and then she'd go with the meals. And I literally had one point where it was like, I'm not hungry. I'm not driving over there to get dinner. Like I'm on a diet, can't eat what you're making me, goodbye. And I'm just starting to become more and more distant. I visited her not too long ago because she invited me to have lunch with her. Had other people at the house, knowing that like I was coming over to like hang out with her. Crumbs is literally what I get. Like all these other people would get her full undivided attention, and it's like, oh, I scheduled like lunch with, you know, my children, and yet like I have other people over, you're gonna have to wait until they leave. And I'm like, that's crazy. But I think I'm lying. I think the breaking point for me was there was a situation I'm not gonna overshare too much now, but I was dealing with a situation where I was really like wronged. I was wronged in a situation. Everyone, even my sister, like this is like wrong. Like what's happening to you is messed up. And it's the way that like my mother was like defending the other party, where she's like, Allie's just being dramatic. Allie's doing too much. Because it's a man. When a man is involved, oh my gosh, they get the full entree, the full 9 yards. But when it comes to your like a woman, it's like we get crumbs. And the fact that like for me that was my breaking point, because I'm like, the amount of times I sat there and drove to you and was an ear for you when you cried and you were venting, like wasting my gas, getting you flowers, like the friendship that we built, and you're so quick to discard me like that is crazy. It is so crazy. But it just literally got to the point where I was like, I'm done. Like I'm literally done. Like that song We Can Be Friends literally plays in my head so much, because I'm like, we literally just cannot be friends. And like you're gonna villainize me for it. I know you will. I know like my mom is the queen of like being like that's the only identity she will forever have. And it's sad when you meet people like that, where like that's the only identity is being the victim. And it's like, girl, it's like, how do you do what you do to me and you're playing the victim? That makes no sense whatsoever. But it's just like a big grief that I experienced. And not only that, but like the journey where I'm trying to go in my life, I cannot even have her to begin with. And that goes along with my next point, where it's like, my new journey of like where I'm really trying to go, I've been realizing how many people I'm like having to like really push away. It's like anxiety inducing because I'm gonna have to like move out of state, meet new people, like new job, whole 9 yards, and it's scary. And a lot of people are trying to tell me what's right and what's wrong to do, but it's like at the end of the day, if you're not even living your dream life, why should I listen to you? And not for nothing, my mom is very small-minded, so small-minded, where she would be the type to be like, well, she'll always say, you can come back to me, you can come back to me. It's almost like you're manifesting me to fail, come back to you. Like, why can't you be like, my daughter's so brave and she's so courageous where she's gonna like take a leap of faith and follow what her heart is telling her. It's never that. It's always, oh, like, you can always come back with me. Aren't you gonna be so lonely over there and so depressed? You're gonna like have to no friends. Like, she'll just like pour so much negativity. Same thing with like my best friend, where it's like, oh, these rents, how you're gonna be able, like, it's like all this like negativity. But I'm like, the way that I view things, especially with like this book Outsmarting Reality, it's like I just don't live a limited mindset anymore. Like, I like to have an abundant mindset where I'm like, I have more than what I need. I'm literally safe and I'm okay. Because that's currently where I'm at in my life right now. That's literally an identity that I have within myself, where it's like I am comfortable, I am safe, all my bills are paid with ease, I'm literally comfortable and safe. That's something I've never got to feel ever in my life. That's why it's something I really value feeling on a day-to-day basis. No matter how depressed I can get, no matter how low I can get and life could feel like it's knocking me down, that is my core identity that I identify with, is someone who is comfortable and safe and is an abundant mindset. So if I have all these people pouring all these like things in my ear to try to scare me and like swim me away from like following my dreams, I can't have that. And I can't have people taking offense to me distancing myself and not like wanting to be as open about my life. That's something too. I just overshared a lot with you guys, and it's crazy. I just feel so comfortable talking to you guys, but like I don't even share that much anymore. That's another reason why I've been like dreading continuing my podcast, because like I love sharing so much with you. I literally cried on here, shared like so much of like my darkest secrets with you guys, and it's like now I just feel so uncomfortable talking about like certain things in my life because like people take away the joy of like how much I used to love just talking and like making people feel seen or me feeling seen, where now I'm like, it just feels like there's just so much joy robbed out of that now, where now I just feel safer not telling people what my next move is and just moving more quietly. And I know that's the smart thing to do, but it's just like, it's sad because I've always loved just sharing with people, connecting with people and feeling seen that way. But now it's like, I feel like moving into the new direction in my life where I'm trying to go, it's like I'm definitely not going to be as open about it for the sake of like not wanting people to try to like sway my opinions and like sway how I already identify within myself. I don't want people to make me feel like I should be a lot more limited minded, where it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna move, am I gonna even have any friends, or am I gonna be able to afford this and this and that? Like, I know I am, but having these people in my ear is like making me feel like, oh my gosh, should I question myself? And it's just like a lot. It's overwhelming. And then like just feeling like I'm losing like my support system. Like I would literally pray every time I go to work, or as much as I can when I wake up, where I'm like, thank you God for like my support system, the car that I drive, the roof over my head, and then my sources of income, because they are what make me feel safe. And it does feel scary and sad when it's like I'm losing the people that like were really close to me and made me feel so like safe and were like my comfort blanket. But then it's also not good to be codependent on other people. I understand that. It's just like sad. It's sad when you feel like you're drifting away from friends. It's sad when you're outgrowing friends. It's sad when you're outgrowing your environment in general, because then you know there's change that needs to be made. And then it's scary for the change to actually happen. And I think for me, another thing that made my depression so bad is how I view change. Because think about like the one time I went through such a drastic change, it was the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to me. And like, I don't want to say I would go through it again because that was not fun, but I would say that it was very necessary for me. Like when I got out of a relationship, and my life flipped upside down where I had debt just like attached to me, and having to find out like where am I gonna lay my head at night, and then outgrowing the job I was working with my mother, helping her manage her business, outgrowing that because working with family is a no-no, like having to change into a whole new job, you know, like just having to change everything in general, changing my aesthetic and not trying to be like who I used to be. Like change was never fun to me back then. And I think that's why for me now, it's like, it's so weird because I'm at a comfortable place right now. Like I'm really financially secure. I have a really soft, like good, like I want to say soft life because I'm not out here like really dying like how I used to be, like the way I used to work in my early 20s. But it's like at the end of the day, I think for me, I'm just like afraid of change because it used to be so detrimental and just so chaotic and so painful. And I know change is not fun in a sense where it's like you're gonna be uncomfortable. That's just gonna be something I'm gonna have to experience because being comfortable all the time ain't that fun either. So it's like, which one are you gonna pick, being uncomfortable or comfortable? I get it. It's just, it's a lot. Like it really is a lot, but it's so necessary. And I know I need to change and like get out of my comfort zone. It's just like something that I've been dreading. Overall, like I've been really watching like Nero Knowledge's like YouTube videos, and then I decided to pick up his book, and I'm literally almost done. Like this is how much I have left. And it's so good. It's definitely what like has been pushing me to really move forward, because like all the things that I've been feeling, being trapped inside my fear and like my fear of change, literally talks all about it in that book. Not that I'm like really trying to promote this book, but I've just been really trying to help anyone out there who's like, okay, Allie, you're telling us how you're going through things, how are you getting through it? And definitely like this book has been changing so much. Like I've been changing my habits. Habits is definitely a number one. My standard habit was like literally I filmed like a TikTok or two, and then I was just gonna take off my makeup and go to bed. But then like for me, I'm like, okay, but that's not aligning with who I'm really trying to be, or I'm trying to get things done that align with who I'm trying to identify as. And for me, I'm like, if I really want to be a podcast, I want to be a content creator, I gotta sit here and talk to you guys, okay? Turn on the damn camera, even if I have a migraine right now and I'm tired and I have a million things I have to do tomorrow. I'm still gonna turn on this camera and talk to you guys because it's who I'm identifying as. Content creators have probably a billion more things and they have to worry about than I do, and they get it done. Get paid while doing so. And for me, I don't even make money off this podcast, but it's something that I'm passionate about. I love talking to you guys, but it's just something that's very necessary, where I'm like, I miss my podcast so much. And I think it's something that I've been really struggling with, like how I'm going to move forward, because I've been really like, I really just don't share much about my life anymore. And I know there's a way where I can continue my podcast without oversharing diabolically like how I used to. I just think I have a lot of like limiting beliefs and insecurities that I've been trying to break, where like I think my biggest limiting belief is that I feel like people only tune in when I talk about pop culture instead of talking about myself. And that would make me sad, because I'm like, well, there's a lot of influencers that talk about themselves and like they do it, and it's like people tune in, so why can't I have that, you know? But then again, it's like I can't continue this limiting belief where it's like I can't sit there and keep putting myself out there talking about myself, or just not even just talking about myself where I'm like oversharing diabolically. It's just like I can be like, there's times I'm like, I want to do my skincare routine, or I want to like do my makeup with my favorite playlist playing where people tune in. Will people even care? And it's things like that where it's like, why do you care? Like, you're having fun. And that's how it always been for me when it came to content creation. Where it's like, when I started my podcast, I didn't care if a single person tuned in. I just really wanted to talk, whether it's about pop culture or like my crazy stories. And I think that's just something I've been really struggling with, where it's like when it comes to my creativity in content creation, it just has these ups and downs, or I'll have these like moments of like upness where I'm like, I'm so like locked in, I have all these amazing ideas that I get to execute, it's so fun. And I have my moments where I'm like, I dread it. And it breaks my heart when I'm inconsistent. Don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of content creators out here where they are like, I took a break because I was depressed, and then like they would have like brand deal and like not post for the next 3 months, would only post if there's a brand deal. I don't have no brand deals over here, but like I come back and then I would feel ashamed that I was even away. Trust me, I might be like, hey, on camera, but on the inside or off camera, I'm like dying because I hate being so inconsistent, because I know that's holding me back from really reaching my goals and my dreams. Like, you know, I'm also like keeping it real, like life really had me by the ass hairs, like it really has. But like I can't continue for that to be my excuse. I can come up here every single time with the list of all the things happening in my life, and it's just like, okay, bitch. Like Beyonce had a miscarriage and was still performing. Like a lot of people out there have, like, life is always going to happen, but am I gonna keep letting it stop me from like doing what I love? I don't know. It's just been a lot, but moving forward, I really want to continue my podcast. And I feel like I'm saying this and people are going to be like, okay, bye for another 3 months. No! I'm going to try. Like, truly, truly. I miss this and I love this. It's crazy because like every single time I turn on the camera and like I didn't even press play yet, I'm just like looking at myself for like 20 minutes and I'm like, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? And the moment I press record, and it's always the first 2 minutes where I'm like uncomfortable. I notice that when I edit every video I've ever edited, where the first 2 minutes I'm always uncomfortable, and after that I'm like, Allie, I'm me. It's like, I hate the fact that I don't fight through that enough. Because before you know, if I do this enough, it won't be the first 2 minutes anymore. I'll just jump in and be excited and it'll just be habitual. But there was a time I was posting every single month. Like I said, every single month, every single week here on my podcast. And I had so much joy doing so. And I would not care if like I didn't get that many likes or any views. Like I just loved creating. And I hate the fact that I disconnect with that version of myself sometimes. But I also been learning a lot from this book that it's just like my old frequency fighting with me, where like my old frequency wants to just lay in bed and be small. Like my old frequency is just telling me it's a lot more comfortable to lay in bed and not have to be like bold and courageous and like beating the odds out of anyone in your family, like especially the woman. That's what I do everything for. Like I want to be the woman in my family, like the number one woman that breaks the odds. Because I have, like, there is a man in my family, like, that broke the odds. Out of all the people that come from my family, like, it's poverty and just toxicity. We had one break the odds. And I want to be the first woman to break the odds. And it's like, I just feel like my old frequency fights with me, where it's like, I just want to be small. I want to stay in bed. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to push myself to go out and meet new people and explore new places. And it's just so annoying because then there'll be my bursts of moments where I'm like so bold and courageous and I wouldn't care what anyone thinks of me. But it's like, you know what they say, do it tired, do it scared, do it, literally do it. And I've been trying to fight through that. I just think I'm being really real with you guys and knowing that like, I'm not always going to be like bold and courageous and just like, when I'm on, but I have to also accept the fact that I'm not always going to be on. And I think that's my biggest battle. Is like I would always be like, okay, well, I'm just going to post when I'm on. I'm not on right now, but here I am still doing it. And I feel even better once I turn off the camera, once I start editing and everything is complete. I'll be like, damn, I was not feeling it at all and I did it. Whereas the moments where I'm like, this was a piece of cake, you know? So that, I hope that inspires anyone out there that's going through the same thing, where they're like, Allie, I don't want to do anything. Like depression is real. It is real. And it would piss me off because then for me, I feel like the way that I view it from the outside looking in is like people probably think that I'm so lazy, that I'm so incompetent, that this isn't something that I'm passionate about at all. And that's the number one thing that would really eat me and kill me inside. Where I'm like, I wonder people that subscribe to my YouTube channel or to like anything like on my Instagram, like just like subscribe to me and tune in with me. My biggest fear is like I don't want them to ever think that this is not something that I don't take serious and I don't love. Well, I can't say I don't take serious because if we're gonna clock it real quick, if you took this a lot more serious, like I took like a job, I'd be locked in more, okay? But like when I say passionate, like where I'm coming from, like I don't want people to think I'm not passionate about this because it would eat me up alive. Where I'm like, dude, I would see TikToks about discipline where they're like, okay, like you give more respect to your employer by clocking in on time every day to work. Why can't you do that for yourself? Like, why can't you do it for yourself when it comes to your dreams or to like a little hobby or like a little business you're trying to start? Why can't you give that type of like dedication and respect to yourself? Food for thought. That ate me up. I was like, dang. I was like, let me go turn on this camera. Like, and that's another thing too. Depression is so fucking annoying and my old frequency is so annoying. So I'm like, dude, it's literally not hard. Like this consisted of nothing. And like here I am like dreading it, feeling like I'm running a mile. It's so like, depression is so fucking annoying. But like, we're gonna beat her ass, okay? We're gonna beat depression's ass and still, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, y'all know the word I'm looking for? Persevere? I think that's the word. Someone's gonna call me like, bitch, that's not the word, but we know what you meant. Thank you. But I think that's gonna wrap everything for today's podcast episode. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. If you're listening, I completely apologize. It probably sounds like I'm filming out of a potato, but thank you for listening anyway. I love you so much, and I hope that you took something from this episode, and know that overall the summary of this episode is that your life, you're gonna have to give up your old life, the people that you know, and that is okay for the new life that you're gonna have. Because at the end of the day, like the life that I had to let go of a couple years ago when I had that drastic flip upside down, for the life that I have now, oh my God, I would throw it away in a heartbeat again, you know? So like, I know it's difficult now, and it's like, when it comes to like the people that I have now, it's not that I'm like throw them away completely. It's not like they were trash, but sometimes it's okay to like distance from people that you clinged on to for so long for like a new life. And that is okay. Like, it's okay to like, you know, okay, like it's okay, like goodbye for now, like I'll see you later, but like I gotta like jump into my new life. Because that's another thing that would hold me back. It's like, oh my gosh, the friends that I have, I'm gonna leave everyone that I love behind. It's okay to leave what you currently have right now for the life that you want. It's going to be so worth it. It really will. Like it's like, it's so weird. Like I would have this weird like imbalance where like I'll look at that part of my life that was so hard, and like I had to go through that change, and I'm like, that was so painful. Of course, a part of me is afraid for change because of that, but a part of me is also like, but if that didn't happen to me, I can't even imagine where I would be right now. I would have never started my podcast. I would have never been financially comfortable like I am now. Like, it's like certain things like that. So can you imagine what else I can attract if I just like keep pushing through my fears and just like persevere? I don't think it's the word persevere. I think that's the word I'm like looking for. Persevere, right? Like I would just like conquer. I don't want to say conquer, but like, you guys get it. Yeah. I'm gonna slay. That's the moral of the story. Wouldn't have accomplished any of that if it wasn't for me going through that extreme uncomfortability. But it doesn't have to also be that extreme, you know? I was so young and didn't know anything about the world, whereas now I know so much. Like I had that experience that taught me so much, so that's something I've been trying to tell myself, where it's like, I don't have to be that scared, because I know I survived something like that. I can survive anything that comes my way, and it will be with purpose. Like me now going through this change in my life is going to be with purpose of leading me to where I want to go, whereas trying to remain comfortable is just obviously making my depression worse, and I'm not really thriving the way that I should thrive. But I know like depression can be so annoying, where it's like even trying to do the little things, like trying to make videos for my podcast. There's times where my depression got so bad, I'm like eating, like trying to make myself something to eat is something I'm dreading, or going to go take a shower. And this sounds disgusting. Obviously I do take my shower, but like I would dread it when I'm depressed. It's like, I get it. I get both sides. For anyone out there that's like, she makes it sound easy, like discipline. It's not. Because if I made it sound easy, then like if I was to be that person, that spokesperson that said it's easy, I would not be filming this right now. Like, but I'm doing it anyways, and I had a good time doing so. But yeah, I love you guys so much. If you're listening to this on Spotify, make sure to give it a 5 stars rating. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions, and obviously you can subscribe, right? You can subscribe on Spotify. Do so if you haven't already, for one. And for this YouTube channel, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your experience with change, so it can be motivating to me or anyone out there. Like, let's grow this community. And obviously subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, so you can see more of me, because I promise I will keep going. Like, I probably will complain for the first minute how much I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna keep going, okay? But yeah, I love you guys so much. And I really do. Like, I really do. Like, I really appreciate anyone who, like, still subscribes to me, even by how inconsistent I can be, or just listens to my rambles and my rants. I love every single one of you guys. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next podcast episode. Bye-bye.